Peace, family, people. If you are new to my channel, my name is Nina Bryant. I do these inspirational videos. And today I wanted to talk about my decision on stop doing rideshare and how I'm a mother of 4 children and on Section 8 and collecting food stamps. Okay, so getting into the video. First off, right, to any single mothers out there, okay, I know there's a stigma, you know, when we collect food stamps or whatever it is like that, you know, people tend to turn their noses up or, you know, act a certain way or whatever. And so I wanted to do a video and just talk about that and talk about my decision on quitting Uber and my decision on quitting Instacart. So first off, I did a video prior to this video, and those videos I'll leave them in the description box. Okay, so first off, I've been doing rideshare for about 3 years with Uber, and then I stopped doing Uber because I had this epiphany that it just felt like I was doing the same thing every day. And that was about 2 years ago. I decided to quit Uber. And Uber, it was great. Like the payouts was good. I mean, I was making some cases like over $1,000 for working like 4 days or so. Some days in them 4 days I would be working 12 hours, driving, picking people up. And the phenomenal thing that I enjoyed the most was connecting with the passengers and just, you know, listening to motivational stuff, as though if they felt a certain way before they got into my car, when they got in my car, by the time they left my car, I wanted them to feel like they mattered. I wanted them to feel important. I wanted them to feel like they was relatable. So a lot of my rides, right, I had high ratings, okay, for like a while. And I still do, even though, you know, I deactivated my account, whatever. So 2 years ago, I made a decision that I didn't want to do Uber no more. And I went through the whole thing. My car got repoed, and you know, I started doubting myself, asking myself, like, why did, you know, I decide to quit Uber? That was like pretty much my only means of income, except for child support that I was receiving for my 2 oldest children. So I have 4 children, okay, 3 baby daddies, okay. So I was feeling some type of way, you know, about that. And so I started looking for means of like income, right? Whether that was me selling workout clothes, whether that was and creating my own LLC for my workout clothing line. And it's like, if I'm not passionate about it, it don't last that long, right? I mean, I've been doing content for about 4.5 years on Facebook, every day showing up. Practically, I probably missed, you know, a few days, but for the most part, every day showing up. It didn't matter what I was going through, I still showed up. And so that really let me know that this is my passion. This is my purpose. This is what I was meant to do, right? So moving forward, whenever I would have, you know, times where as though I'm like, oh, well, I could be making, you know, X, Y, and Z amount of money if I was to do, you know, Uber Eats, or if I was to do, you know, Instacart and all these different things, right? I could be making more money than what I'm making. And so I always had this thing where as though I'd take a job, and in the beginning, I would feel so excited. Everything will feel really good. But then afterwards, I would feel like, damn, right? Like, this is it, right? Because it was already, I knew how much I was getting paid by the end of the week. So I always felt that way. And so recently I started eating healthier. I started eating, you know, more fresh fruits, more fresh vegetables and things of that nature. And so since when my diet changed, and I don't even really like to refer to it as a diet, but since my lifestyle changed, everything sort of changed. And I talked about, you know, when you eat different, your third eye, your first eye, your pineal gland, it starts opening. You can see things for truly what they are. So what happened was I started detaching myself from the physical world, right? Whether that was, and the same exact thing happened when my car got repoed. And I didn't understand this. I just was like, I just knew I detached myself from that vehicle, right? And I detached so much, whereas though even when I did have the vehicle that got repoed, and my son, his school was like 14 blocks at the time. My youngest son, school was 14 blocks at the time. And I was so detached from the vehicle, and I knew that they was coming to pick it up, repo it, that it didn't even bother me. I would get on a bus, even though the car was parked outside. I would get on a bus because I knew it was any day now that it was going to get repoed. So fast forward, I started eating healthier. I told you guys I started eating healthier, cleaner. And recently I started getting back into herbs. And my whole perception, everything sort of changed, right? I would go into stores and I just didn't have, like I didn't want to buy anything, right? It just felt like I didn't want anything in the stores, right? It was nothing that I had a taste for. So I said, oh, okay, maybe this is because, you know, what I'm eating and everything like that. And so that happened. And every day when I would tell myself I was going to do, you know, Uber Eats, so I was going to do Instacart, it always felt like, first off, so Uber Eats, okay, I enjoyed doing it, right? But it was a time, like a few days ago, I questioned myself, whereas though I started asking myself, you doing Uber Eats, and although, you know, I can't control, you know, people or whatever, and, you know, but I'm being part of the problem, right? Because if I don't eat this stuff and I'm delivering it. So I started thinking about that. That was one. And then two, I started thinking about, you know, Instacart. And Instacart was a great platform. I enjoyed meeting some of the customers and stuff like that, conversing online, like with the customers, like through the chat and stuff like that, introducing myself. And so I remember one particular day, and several times, I would see that I helped save customers, you know, 4 hours of time or whatever, because I was doing the shopping for them. And in that instant, I started thinking that if I'm saving someone else's time, what about my time? So I started thinking all of those things. And so today I really made the decision. I said, I was so scared. I was so afraid. Honey, I was emotional. I called my mother. I was like, you know, telling her that I'm not doing, you know, ride share or anything like that no longer, that I'm pretty much doing my own thing, right? And that's like creating content. And so, you know, my mother, she was like, I understand what you're saying. She was like, but what about, you know, the money coming in and things of that nature? And so I believe in manifestation. And I told you guys in previous videos, I believe in manifestation. So I believe that the universe have my back, right? I believe that what we believe, if we believe in ourselves, okay, then things are going to work out. yes, there will be times where so we will go through things or whatever it is like that, but it's all according to how you see things and what's your perception of it. And I say in mainly all my videos, if you change your perception, things will begin to change. Even if I'm having not such a amazing day, and I would notice how my energy is, right? And I tend to look for things that is uplifting, that's encouraging, that's not going to be, keep me sort of in that dark space, okay? So me making a choice and me making a decision, I've been on this rodeo before, and so now I am like a little afraid, because some of the things that I think about is I don't know what the future holds, right? And I think that's what makes it scary in a sense, but also it makes it worth it, because one of the things I know is me working, right? And me working on the weekends and stuff like that. And I know I make money and stuff like that, but then the next weekend, like it was always like something, right? For instance, so I have 4 children. My 2 youngest children, they go with their dad from Thursday up into Monday. And so when they with their father, I am working, right? And then it just felt like, damn, so when am I going to break? When am I going to be able to have time for myself? So I guess I would have to say I would be burnt out, and didn't even know I was being burnt out. So my whole thing is this, okay? Follow your heart, okay? Someone else's journey is going to look different from your journey, okay? And understand that the universe have your back. Understand that things are going to work in your favor. And it may seem scary, and you may have to give up some things. And just understand the things that you tend to give up. You may feel like, oh, I lost that house, or I lost that car, or I lost, my husband, or whatever it is, what you say you may have lost. And in the words of Dr. Miles Monroe, one of the things he used to say was, whatever it was that you lost, you can always make it again. You could always, if you was able to make it one time, you could make it again. So in closing, okay, I don't know what this is going to bring. And I don't know where this is going to go. But I appreciate you guys on this journey with me. I appreciate you guys, for rocking out to your truth. And for me being able to rock out to my truth is so important, because it allows someone else to be authentic in their skin. And by me sharing my journey, someone else could look at it and say, well, you know what? My journey is not going to be like Dina's or whatever it is, but I don't have to keep on, settling. And that's settling in anything. That's settling in a relationship. That's settling in, you sacrificing yourself for money. That's settling in anything. So I hope to inspire you guys, to encourage you guys, to let you guys know whatever it is that you think you're going through, just understand that it is a lesson, and for you to grow through it and to believe in yourself, because that's the ultimate thing, right? Us believing in ourselves. So many people, they not going to get it. So many people, they not going to understand it. And I don't know about the next person's faith, right? But my faith in the universe, I always refer back to, have the universe ever let me down? And it has never, let me get close. It has never let me down, okay? It's so many times where as though I was going through things, and next minute, something came. The universe sent someone my way, or sent something my way, that was uplifting. So follow your heart. And with that being said, I love you guys. Peace.